My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. Alright, we're going to be doing a 15 Ascension level Silent. Now, typically what I would do for the Silent outside of Ascension recently has been blow enemies up with a bunch of attacks really quickly, have a good lot of fun with it. But what I typically find more successful in higher Ascension runs for the Silent, now the Silent is the class I cleared the highest Ascension fastest for, is basically just to transcend your opponent's damage. Just be untouchable. Be the tank. A lot of question marks and then a late... Ooh, early shot. Lose 6 max HP is rough, but we could easily define our entire run in this shot. Ah, this is not good. Ooh, yikes. 18 damage on the first turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the full block here. Because it would have taken 3 strikes to kill the front slime, so... Oh, boy. Here I am going to accept 3 damage, but that's because I really needed to get that guy off the map. And, yeah, somehow I didn't think this hand was going to do it. Ugh, that's not good. Solid 12 there. I don't really get the opportunity to block. A lot of block when he's not attacking. Oh, life is pain. Never mind. We got to strike in the next hand. We'll be fine. All right. Find me footwork. No. Ooh, expertise though. I'm gonna take a single copy of expertise. All right. Well, there's the noxious, noxious fumes. Dodge and roll. Yeah, and yeah. Yes, on both fronts. Thank you. Yes. We're going to be doing both of those. Probably also going to drop a card removal and war paint here. Because the deck is now about playing Noxious Fumes and then defending until I'm defended. Should I actually go Juzu Bracelet? Regular enemy combats and no longer encountered in question mark rooms. That's going to give me more card removal opportunities, in fact. All right, we'll take that, and then we'll take a card removal. Upgrade 2 cards, sure. Expertise and defend, so that's our war paint, effectively. Unfortunate, couldn't get this, but I don't think there's anything there I would have taken anyhow. Paper Crane, enemies with weak deal 50% less damage rather than 25%. Now, unfortunately, my first is guaranteed to be on Noxious Fumes. My second upgrade should be on the thingy. Now, neutralize. And let's not go for an early elite here. We don't need to. Yeah, I'm not going to take the curse here. I will, however, have to anger these mushrooms. This is going to be a real rough go for us, though. Okay. Managed to fully defend ourselves there, and we haven't expressly, used all of our defensive assets. We've got a much better defensive asset still lying in the deck. All right. And it was neutralized. We've got an upgraded defense still to go into, though, so it's not that bad. And we had some dodge and roll over into this turn. This is the turn I was dreading. All of them attacking at the same time. There is a neutralize left in our deck. Okay, I think we've strike the front line because that's now a kill there. We expertise. We halve the damage that you're about to do. I can actually prevent 7 damage by striking here now as well, actually. Still taking 15. Pretty sizable chunk. Odd Mushroom. When vulnerable, take 25% less damage, more damage rather than 50% more damage. Second dodge and roll, sure. Now I'm straight up just looking for exactly footwork. Gremlin Horn, whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. We're probably going to rest at this upcoming camp, and I don't know if I actually want to test this. Because we could lose this run right now, but this run is shaping up to be amazing later. Yeah, I'm not even going to test that. Double dodge and roll. Oh, baby. Could scarcely be better right there. Got 8 block for this turn as well. Just some left over. And I'll also dodge and roll here. Strike, neutralize, let him end. Alright. I kind of want to take all-out attack as an AoE, because I know we have Noxious Fumes, but you are going to need some more early impactful AoE. And all-out is likely to kill something and then draw me a card after it discards something. It's quite good, in fact. I really, really, really want to upgrade my neutralize, but I also think it's pretty important that I rest there. Who's our boss? With that boss, we actually want to remove a card, because we can just defend ourselves and let that boss die to poison over time. Especially if we upgrade our neutralize before that fight. So I think that's what we should really play around. Dodge and roll, dodge and roll. Neutralize. Sure. And reasonable hand there to get while that block was coming up, and done. Beautiful. Footwork. It's exactly what I was asking for. We smith neutralize. We need to smith footwork as soon as possible as well. But neutralize is going to be more important in this fight, because this guy has basically 100% uptime on his attacks. Don't discard expertise. Okay, good. 18 damage. I actually can't stop 18 damage. Annoyingly. And you don't attack next to... Oh, no, I can stop 18 damage. It's defend, defend, survivor. So I don't get to use my second dodge and roll, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah? Alright, I'm going to dodge and roll all out attack here. Give myself 4 block for the next turn, because I don't rely on myself getting the defense I was hoping to until I have footworks, and now I have footworks. Dodge and roll, neutralize, double defend. Yeah, that'll have us done next turn. So that's 8 damage incoming, so I can actually go for a strike here. Now, in the next turn, this guy's going to be doing 2x4s, so 8 damage. It's all I need to really block. Yeah, this hand is serviceable. I don't need to expertise. It's also worth noting, I'm actually better served by taking it slow than by speeding up. So I actually shouldn't have used the final strike that turn. But I'm better served by taking it slow. Because then my enemy just gets more stacks of poison on them. And more stacks is more good. Oh, crumbs. Damn. Yeah, I miscounted that. Immediately knew I had as well. So I'm going to miss out on the perfect in this fight. Not really that big a deal, but still. Worth noting. I did balls that up because I was intending on perfecting this fight. And we easily would have. Oh well. So, After Image and Adrenaline are the two that immediately come to me as legendary cards I would pick up. Die is an AoE. Yeah, I probably actually will take Die as well, courtesy of the fact that it is going to fulfill the same role that I wanted earlier out of the all-out attack. Well, here is a thing. Like, my defense and my offense are taken care of in Microcosm by the 2 attacks that we have down here and the 2 skills that we have down here. I think I can actually, possibly quite safely, in fact, transform all of my strikes and defense without being sad about it. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Got 3 attacks and 5 skills here. We got 2 copies of Catalyst, which is either amazing or horrible, because the thing is, we don't build poison quickly. So in a long fight, Catalyst will help us finish the fight a lot earlier than we otherwise might. But in a short fight, Catalyst cards are effectively drawing nothing. Just drawing a blank. Okay, well... Right, the thing about this is there aren't that many lines where I can dodge many elites. Right, I'm gonna get a bunch of question marks. I'll fight exactly one elite, but I think I'll be fine with that. Okay. Footwork, cloak and dagger, all-out attack, double strikes? I think that's just the best I can do this turn, which is kind of disappointing. So there was a better order, and that's if I did the all-out attack first and it didn't discard anything I wanted, like the footwork or the cloak and dagger, then I would have been able to play the sneaky strike for free. But I don't know if that risk was worth it for just the 10 damage that it does. $15 damage on a fire potion I'll actually utilize right now. Just in case you decide to attack next turn as well. Thankfully you do. Beautiful. Alright, well now I actually have the ability to do stuff. Alright, good. And then where's the kill? Ah, there you are. Beautiful. Crippling Cloud. Hell yes. Apply 7 poison and 2 weak to all enemies exhaust. That's going to be a really good way to get them started down the track of being completely dead. Here I think I'm actually going to go to sleep. Get myself 12 HP. Get a relic for 180. Was it 185? Runic Dodecahedron, if your HP is full, gain energy at the start of each turn. Well, that's not currently available, but it could theoretically become available in a totally reasonable amount of time. So, I'm actually kind of excited by that. 7 max HP, 5 max HP for 21 current HP. Unfortunately, kind of have to do it. Well, now I'm definitely not going for the 2 elites. As for what I should smith, I think it still has to be footwork next, but we have fewer cards in the deck that actually benefit from it. I think we may have actually been kind of hardcore screwed by our earlier choice to go for the Pandora's box. Yeah, we're probably just dead. I don't know if we're going to have any hand defensive enough to get us past this one. Crippling Cloud is going to apply weakness, takes it down to 3 by... Crippling Cloud Survivor, I actually think saves us. Alright. And now... I do have the block courtesy of the backflip and the cloak and dagger. Yeah. I'm going to throw the poison in there as well because it means I only need to add 2 this turn for the kill. And there's die. Beautiful. Actually, it was already added by the Noxious Fumes. Dead Branch. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. Fine. I'm going to do it. I think it's a bad idea. I don't think this is the deck for it. I think it will ultimately kill us. But I also think this deck was going to die anyway. At this point. So I'm willing to see if embracing insanity is going to help it at all. Who knows? It might. Alright, neutralize, double dodge and roll, and just throwing a shiv for old time's sake. Well, that's a lot of free cards for us. Probably still too expensive to play 1,000 cards. I could play Storm of Steel, then get a hell of a load of... You know what? Let's go. Oh, look, there's a burst. Sneaky, Venom. Getting a lot of things I can't really do anything with here. After Image would give me a couple bits of defense, but also locks me out of the possibility of killing, which I was really hoping to do. If only Sneaky Strike would actually cost 0 when you've discarded a card this turn, because right now I have to have 2 floating after I do all of my discards, and that's just not how I live my life. That's just not the kind of guy I am. Alright, let's get the second Noxious Fumes. Oh, Memori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain. Thank you. Because we're probably going to get close to getting some. Oh, cry. Yep. I think I'm dead already. I think if anything's going to save me, maybe that's it. And if that isn't it, fine. Okay. Well, I need to start removing some of the garbage things from my deck. Let's remove Sneaky Strike. Basically, I'm trying to use Intangible to let my other things take action. I'm going to offer a Endless Agony here. Yes. I'm going to offer that so that I can full heal back up to 32. Offering a card of blue rarity will do that for you. Now, I can double your poison once, and then you're dead, basically. I'll double yours as well. Because that frontliner is only going to be able to hit me, with that. Oh, this is unfortunate. Malaise. I'm just going to take some damage this turn. Okay. Endless, give me a new and Venom, probably not worth it. I love that the Endlesses can give you Endless. It's handy. Alright, I'll take Apparition and a Poison Stab here. Oh, I really don't know about this deck anymore. I think this deck is just going to suddenly run into a wall and die. And that is a prediction I have for a lot of my decks. I wonder why. Just have them die. Beautiful. Weak Potion. Actually really handy, considering I have the Paper Crane. I could get a second copy of Crippling Cloud. Yeah. Even though it's unupgraded, I think that's still a really good idea. Remove a card from my deck or upgrade nothing, because I have no strikes or defense. I think we'll remove a card. I don't know. Call me crazy. Get that prepared out of there. And in this Smith, it's probably a great idea to get my second Noxious Fumes going. We need this deck to become more defensive. Playing Apparition does nothing, not playing Apparition does nothing. Right, because it is ethereal, so it will burn itself out of my hand at the end of this turn. But if I play it, it will affect me for this turn where my opponent's not attacking, and then it's gone. So I'm going to play Die here. Right, and then Apparition exhausts into my next hand, giving me a new card. Just a new toy to play with. Yay. Now basically what I gotta decide is how many cards do I want to put in my deck? Let's go with a bunch. So the Shiv that's given to us every turn from the Dead Branch is just going to give us another thing. That is to say, another card in hand. We'll do Crippling Cloud, Apparition. I'm not even going to try and keep this perfect because I'm assuming I'm going to get to a point where I suddenly am incapable of doing it, so I'm just preparing myself for that reality, shoring myself up against it. Should have thrown out the strike, the Shiv there, by the way. I'm using Apparition beforehand because when I can get a multiple stack with it, I am actually possibly benefiting if he attacks next turn. Effectively, what I'm basically doing at this point is just trying to stack a bunch of poison on him so that at some point in the future, I can just hit him with the mad catalysts. Alright, 20. Anything else I can do here? Probably not. I can weaken. Sure. Because immediately after I get to alchemize, trying to slow play this mostly. All right, now I've got both of my catalysts in hand. It's suddenly a quick play. Catalyst, and then again. And then if I could Corpse Explosion after an energy potion. Although I could just let you die over 2 turns and save my energy potion. It's just the reason I want to use the Corpse Explosion here would basically be so that I could get the score modifier overkill for doing a single attack that does 99 or more damage. But I think I also get that just for letting a poison tick do that. We'll drop an ancient potion from poison potions so that our initial attempts to activate catalysts can be buffed. Probably not Wraith form, because the fights tend to end up going long enough that our dex does matter. So none of those, thank you. Sneckai? No. We've got 1 2-cost card. Literally 1 2-cost card in the 2 2-cost cards in the entire deck. Everything else would be mostly made more expensive by the Philosopher's Stone. By the Philosopher's Stone? By the Sneckai, sorry. I think for the same reason as I went it last run, I think I have to go the Lizard Tail this run. Because this is basically about trying to keep ourselves alive for as long as possible. And if I can keep that Lizard Tail until I get in the final fight, then I think I just buy myself enough time to let my opponent die to the poison. Which I think is kind of our game plan. So Poison Stab double catalyst is 3, 6, 18. It's actually a tiny amount of poison. Well, we're definitely doing that. Probably don't need to play Apparition this turn, because I probably play Dodge and Roll, same, effectively. Like, I'm taking 1 damage either way. This is also giving me 4 block next turn. Okay. $22. See, this is the thing I was worried about, eventually getting to this turn and not being able to deal with it. Thankfully, it looks like we will be able to deal with it. With all of our ridiculous apparitions. Well, we'll see. Maybe we do it without the apparitions. No, we need the apparitions. All right, fair enough. And then the enemy dies on the next turn anyway. Which of these do I want to replace? Probably the regen potion, and then we'll just do that, and then alchemize for a new one. Sure. Let the regen potion trigger at the end of the turn, and the enemy die. Beautiful. Probably none of them again. Okay. Noxious. Footwork. Dodge and roll. Apparition. And then do a small amount of damage to the target who is going to be blocked next turn. Use the apparition here as well. Da-da-da or dagger spray. May as well da-da-da. So Corpse Explosion's not good yet. Might draw 2... Would that even help? I was thinking 2 catalysts in this turn. Would that be enough? So single catalyst, 18, and then Corpse Explosion does 36 AoE. Or I could just Crippling Cloud. Yeah, I think I go with this play. And just manually defend myself here. Got a bunch of apparitions in the next hand anyway. Alright. In a deck that has somehow lost all of its defense because it was dumb and picked up Pandora's Box, the apparitions seem to be doing quite well. And now we'll just let all of our enemies die on their own time. A lot like that. Beautiful. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why we wanted to use that regen potion so early, we have the Runic Dodecahedron active constantly now, which is actually huge. Probably should have led with that. Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest things that could happen for us. Getting some extra energy where previously we had none. So I think it's Apparition, Crippling Cloud, and Cloak and Dagger. But I'm also looking at other possibilities. I'm thinking maybe I use the Energy Potion this turn, because I do want to play the Noxious Fumes as well. And now I have to play Apparition and Cloak and Dagger in order to take no damage this turn. Okay. Do all of our exhausts first. Yeah. Alchemize is going to go back into the deck. Okay, we'll use the Energy Potion this turn. Okay. Everything's lovely and beautiful. Footwork, Noxious... Oh, I'm going to take damage this turn. Oh, that's not good. Is there any way to avoid it? Possibly. This would have to give me Deflect. It didn't. Right. I take 1 damage this turn. That's unfortunate. Now our Runic Dodecahedron is deactivated. Both of those frontliners are just going to die pretty much in their own time. I don't really know if I have to help them long. Alright. Unceasing Top. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Do I start stacking Deflects in my deck? See, the thing is, I don't really exhaust my initial hand often. And the reason I don't exhaust my initial hand often is because when I exhaust a card, it gives me another card. So if you can't empty out your hand, which we oftentimes can't, because as soon as we exhaust a card, we get another card courtesy of the Dead Branch. If you can't actually exhaust a hand, then 0-cost cards aren't that great, because they are low impact, typically. Like, they're super energy efficient, but they're not card efficient. Yeah, I actually don't want that. Haha. Leave. Take 2 damage. I guess that's us then. They're probably not attacking next turn. They usually do the spell this turn, so... Oh, never mind. They decided not to do that. Now I look dumb because I am. And we went through a lot of our win conditions there without playing any of them. Hell yeah. Oh, no. We're going to need to come back to these catalysts as soon as possible. At least Intangible is reducing the damage from Constricted as well. But now that we've gone through the entire deck, I fear our days are numbered. So I take no damage this turn, thanks to that energy potion there. Set up the bullet time. Gonna take 3 damage here. But we're fine. Wait until the very end to play the bullet time because I knew that was going to be the correct order, and it guarantees that the enemy dies before any activations of anything on us. Beautiful. Regen potion. It's fine. We don't have enough energy really to use a Malaise potion super well. Malaise card super well, rather. Take an escape plan. I'm actually tempted to rest. We rest for 9. That will get us back onto full HP. You know what? I think actually just having that extra energy available to us is going to be more important. Well-laid plans. Well-laid plans neutralize 2 things I would probably pick up here. Really? There was a second regret there. Wow. I thought I'd already dodged the regret, but no, there was another regret waiting for me on the other side. I think maybe it's correct to take the maximum HP. It's either that or remove the cloak and dagger, but the cloak and dagger is like most of my block. We need energy efficient. We need energy efficient block. I'm gonna take the strawberry basically just to get myself 7 more HP that the final boss needs to go through, and then 3 more HP when I get revived. Smiling mask, great, not gonna be applicable at all. And with well-laid plans, I don't think you can hold things that are ethereal. I still think that's a big no-no. Still think those exhaust. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm worried about. All right, we'll defend and then survivor there, and then is there any way that I get block? Not really. I mean, we can expertise. Discard just a ridiculous amount of stuff. Alright. Got some block for this turn. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, those 2 frontliners are going to blow up and murder us. Like, definitely murder us. Like, big time murder us. So let's see if at all we can get around that somehow. Well, we almost entirely did. So I'm proud enough of that. Adrenaline, great pickup there. Great pickup there. Did I screw that one up? I did. I did very much screw that up. I don't need to take 2 damage this turn, but I'm taking 2 damage this turn because I was super stubborn and I tried to dig for the kill. Alright. Just let that one in there. Energy potion. Much more useful than a strength potion for us. I guarantee that over some part of this run, I ignored the possibility of taking... Defend ourselves there. I guarantee at some point over the run, I ignore the possibility of taking a leg sweep, and I regret that. I actually can't see a better card for this deck right now than leg sweep. So I'm only going to take 1 damage this turn, but I've limited the amount of damage I take for basically the rest of this fight if I play all of those intangibles there. Mm-hmm. All right. Also, we'll maintain that catalyst there. Ooh, burst. Now, if we happen to get burst catalyst in the final fight, well, I think then we just instantly win. So we'll see whether or not that happens to show up. Maneuver. I mean, between the Unceasing Top and the Dead Branch, extra energy next turn is never going to be bad for us. We're always going to have either extra cards generated that we get to play, or we're going to draw cards that we get to play. Didn't need to fight an elite, Ryan. Just so you're aware. You're entirely, rather, if you wanted to use a word, capable of not fighting an elite here. Alright, let's get some noxious fumes out there. Okay, is this going to let me hold on to Apparition? And if it does, is Apparition going to be in my next hand? So it lets me hold on to Apparition, but Apparition is not going to be in my next hand as a result. Okay. Was worth checking. Okay, so I want to play everything that I can before I play Bullet Time here. Which means I've played everything I can. Beautiful. Okay. Now we play everything that we can play before we play the attack cards. So they can get as boosted as possible. We're going to have a lot of energy this turn. Let's hold on to the Flying Knee rather than the Predator. I don't want something eating up that much of my energy. Footwork, dodge and roll, backlip. We've got to play all of the... That's the Catalyst. Hell yes. All of the non-attack cards first. And then the lower attack cards. And then the higher and higher attack cards. Beautiful. Let's retain the outmaneuver. We've still got another catalyst in our deck. Acrobatics, definitely. We've got a bullet time in hand. What do I want to drop here? Probably not outmaneuver, actually. Probably not even flying knee. I actually want both of those. I might drop the leg sweep. Shiv, and then whatever was added to my hand was going to be discounted. It happened to be a bullet time. All right. Not a bad boss for us to have gone up against. And then Catalyst for the kill. Hell yeah. Orichalcum, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Handy. Bouncing Flask, if it actually upgraded... If it was pre-upgraded, I might have taken it just for the final fight. But it's also really expensive. I don't want to lose any HP because I want to upgrade in my final space if I can avoid, if I can. Oh gosh. Like yes? Like yes? Yes. Let's do it. And because we don't have that much energy in the deck, we'll upgrade the Apotheosis because we need to be able to play it as soon as we get it. Having a poison potion is actually really handy for us. Oh. Now, here's a problem. We have no defense in this hand, so we need one of our exhausted cards to give us a defensive card. Otherwise, we're going to take damage in the first turn. No, we're not! Orichalcum! Hey, thank you, Orichalcum, for helping me maintain my attack bonus. All right. Apotheosis. Noxious. I don't need to use this Apparition because it does not exhaust. Sorry, it's not ethereal, so I can play it when I want to rather than just having to play it now. Awesome. So Apparition itself is actually going to defend me against everything here. Oh my gosh, that's a terror. I think I'll use Die 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 rather than 1,000 Cuts here. Yeah, didn't really get what I wanted. That's fine. I get myself some block for next turn. So basically the build is going to rely on me stacking poison over time and then hitting with that catalyst suddenly. Now, unfortunately, it does look like the Cloak and Dagger is not going to come through with enough block for me here. I think it's pretty important that I use my second Crippling Cloud as well, so I'm actually going to well-laid plans and hold on to Catalyst and Cloak and Dagger. And basically, the game has now become, I wait until my enemy is within range to double Catalyst. Right, so it's a triple and then a triple. So it would take it to 66, and then it would take you to 194. So I need the double-double to deal enough damage on the first turn to almost, to kill the second turn, right? So I need, after the double-double, I need that to still be more than half of the remaining HP of the Time Eater, which it is not this turn, and as a result, I'm going to pass. I'm actually going to Expertise here, looking for harsh card draw. I think I'm actually just going to do the double defend this turn. Be super clean about it. So it's worth noting at any time I can pump by 5. So I could also use 4 from the Poison Stab this turn. So 4 on top of that, 36, 41. 41 by 6 is 244, and then you're dead the next turn. Beautiful. By 6? It's by 6 by... It shouldn't be by 6. It should be by 3 by 3. It should be by 9. Oh, no, wait, but I don't even need to worry about the second double. Yeah, never mind. You're dead. You're dead, kiddo. Hell yeah. What up, Ascension level 15? And we didn't even end up using the Lizard Tail that time. Oh. 1,285 is reasonable. Could have been a lot more reasonable if we happen to get, I don't know, 1 perfect and 1 champion that I super obviously easily missed. Actually, I missed 2 perfects quite easily, and if I was a little better prepared, leg sweep, for that final fight, I actually would have been in a much better position. It's also worth noting, this is one of the much better position to beyond perfect by getting all 3 perfects. This is also one of the only times that I've actually interacted with a successful build, I guess, using the intangibility. Not bad. Not bad. It is worth noting that every time that I've called apparitions bad, I have specifically said that if you're in a deck with very little defense and you've got combo pieces, or if like you've got combo pieces rather than like aggression pieces, there have always been slight cutouts where being maybe Apparition would be good in this deck, where you need to get together these pieces of Exodia and then you suddenly win. And effectively, that's the role that it performed in that deck. It's also worth noting that there were a lot of times there where Apparition was a dead draw. And it was just, okay, well, my opponent's not attacking this turn and I have 1 Apparition in hand. Those are the worst case scenarios for Apparition, and if you run into them more often than not, you can understand why you would find it bad in certain decks. I still think I would like Apparition way more if it removed all of the defends from your deck. Not all the cards that gave you block, mind. So it actually wouldn't have done anything in this deck because we had the Pandora's Box, right? So we wouldn't have removed defends. We would have just still gotten the Apparitions. But I think if you end up with like an aggressive deck and you get to that and you still have a bunch of defends in your deck and it would just remove all of those defends and replace them with apparitions, I think it would be a no-brainer in a lot of aggressive decks. And I think at that point, it would be on the same level as Bite, the vampire event where you remove the strikes from your deck and you gain the bites. I think it'd be really cool to see a deck get both of those and just be running with basic cards. Outside of that, Neutralize and Survivor, but that's it. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Ascension level 15, Slay the Spire with Silent. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you when there's a new character. I'm trying not to record too far ahead so that I don't overlap with the new character existing, but also I do need to get some stuff done, so release the new character, please, Mega Crit. Please, my schedule begs you.